Most men think conflict is part of every relationship. They think arguments are normal, proof of passion even. But that's a lie you were conditioned to believe. Because the truth is brutal. When you argue with a woman, you already lost. Not because she's right, not because you're weak. You lost because you entered her battlefield, emotion, with logic. And logic never wins there. If you've ever wondered why your calm conversation turns into a storm in seconds, stay here. You're about to learn the one psychological rule that makes women stop arguing instantly. I haven't had a real argument with a woman in years. Not because I'm lucky or manipulative or avoiding conflict, but because I understand how female psychology actually works beneath the surface. When you grasp that structure, arguments dissolve before they begin. Not by submission, but by mastery of emotional tone. And once you internalize this, you'll never see relationships the same way again. You'll stop reacting. You'll start leading. Every argument with a woman follows the same invisible script. You say something logical, she reacts emotionally. You think she's being unreasonable, so you push harder with facts, evidence, reason. She escalates. You shut down. Now she's crying, shouting, or walking away, and you're standing there wondering how a simple sentence became a war. Here's the truth most men never learn. A woman's emotional system doesn't speak English. It speaks energy. You think she's processing your words. She's actually processing your tone, your posture, your breathing, your micro-tension. That's the real conversation, and most men don't even know they're having it. Women are emotional mirrors. Whatever energy you feed into them, they amplify and reflect back multiplied by 10. This isn't manipulation, it's biology. Evolution wired women to be hypersensitive to the emotional states of their tribe. That's how they kept infants alive, families bonded, communities cohesive. Today, that same sensitivity runs inside every modern relationship. When you get defensive, irritated, or cold, she doesn't hear, "I'm right." She feels unsafe. Her nervous system interprets that as threat, not logic. And threat activates chaos. So what does she do? She fights, argues, accuses, not to hurt you, but to restore connection. To her, emotion equals safety. If you go flat or angry, she panics. Here's the paradox that changes everything. The more control you try to take over her, the more control you lose within yourself. True masculine power isn't about winning. It's about staying centered when she can't. Imagine two nervous systems in a room. Hers fluctuates like a wave. Yours should be the anchor. When she rises in emotion, you don't match her volume. You lower your tone. When she storms, you stand calm. When she spirals, you breathe deeper. That's emotional leadership, and it's the only form of control that actually works. Because it doesn't come from domination, it comes from stability. Picture this. Your girlfriend snaps, "Why didn't you text me back last night?" You immediately feel accused. You defend yourself. "I was busy, I told you I'd be late." She cuts you off. "No, you didn't care enough to let me know." Now you're trapped. Logic versus emotion. You think she wants explanation. She doesn't. She wants reassurance. Here's how the emotionally intelligent man handles it. He looks at her calmly and says, "Hey, relax. I get why that bothered you. I wasn't ignoring you. I was focused on something. But I'm here now." Tone, grounded. Voice, warm, low. Posture, relaxed. 9 out of 10 times, her entire body language shifts. The storm collapses. Because what you did wasn't talk her down. You regulated her nervous system by regulating your own. That's leadership. But not every woman responds to calm strength.
Some are addicted to chaos. They mistake emotional spikes for passion. They need drama to feel alive. These are women who will test your peace again and again, not because they hate you, but because they haven't learned to self-regulate. Here's how to spot them. Every story she tells has a villain. Every ex was toxic. Every friend betrayed her. She feeds on conflict because it gives her identity. You can't heal that. You can only choose not to play. Peace is not negotiable. It's a boundary. And if you keep breaking your own boundaries to maintain connection, you'll end up resenting both her and yourself. Here's where most men mess up. They confuse calm with cold. They go stone-faced, robotic, emotionally unavailable, thinking it makes them strong. It doesn't. It triggers more panic. You need warmth and authority at the same time. That combination rewires how she perceives you. When you speak with calm dominance but genuine care, she associates you with safety and respect. Psychologists call it secure attachment signaling. It tells her subconscious, this man is stable enough to hold both his emotions and mine. Once she feels that, she doesn't need to fight anymore. Her nervous system finally relaxes. That's when love starts functioning the way it's supposed to, peacefully. So how do you train this in real life? Observe before you react. When tension rises, delay your response by 2 seconds. That pause breaks emotional contagion. Breathe low. A slow exhale drops your heart rate, and hers unconsciously mirrors yours. Calibrate your tone. Speak slower than usual. Lower pitch slightly. The brain reads that as dominance without aggression. Mirror warmth, not words. If she's upset, don't mirror her emotion. Mirror her need. Often that need is reassurance, not answers. Leave when necessary. Walking away isn't weak. It's leadership when the frame is lost. You're protecting peace, not avoiding conflict. Every argument you avoid through emotional mastery isn't just saving your relationship, it's rewiring you. You're learning to command your nervous system in chaos. That's the same skill that builds empires, leads teams, and raises grounded families. Because emotional leadership is universal. If you can hold your composure when someone you love tests you, you can handle clients, bosses, crises, anything. Freedom begins the moment you no longer react automatically. Peace isn't something you find, it's something you generate. Now, a disclaimer most alpha content skips. Emotional mastery isn't a weapon. Don't use calmness to manipulate or emotionally silence someone. If your goal is to win, you'll still lose, just more quietly. This only works when your calmness comes from empathy, not ego. When you actually understand her emotions instead of judging them. Otherwise, you're just performing control, and women feel that performance instantly. Authenticity is the only true dominance. When you start living this way, something profound happens. Women stop testing you, not because they changed, but because you did. You'll notice arguments fade. You'll stop chasing validation. Your presence will start commanding respect effortlessly. You'll move from reactive boy to grounded man, from needing peace to being peace. And when you become that, the right woman won't challenge your authority. She'll trust it. Conflict doesn't destroy relationships. Emotional immaturity does. Master your tone, master your energy, and the world around you will recalibrate. If this resonated, subscribe to Deep Sane. Here, we don't chase motivation, we chase understanding. Because when you understand the mind, you control the outcome.